Okie then. Looks like we are officially live. So hello everyone, Nerui here, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. Last time we managed to get some side stuff done. Did a lot of stuff over on Rosewater. Ended up getting Auntie Cleo just thoroughly pissed at us because, well, we did it dumb. Basically went and did a, ooh, what does this button do? And it blew everything up, and then all of a sudden they got pissed off, and, well, now they are instantly hostile to me. I mean, considering this is that I'm doing a dumb playthrough here, pretty much the logical extremes of play dumb games, win dumb prizes.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, with all that done, we did, despite kind of screwing up that one bit, we did end up with enough bits to purchase the Nav Key to go to Monarch. So, that's what we're gonna do. Now then. As you can always see there, technically speaking, we didn't need the nav key. We could have gone over to the Cascadia landing bay. But that warring dangers means we'd have to walk through the dangerous wilds of Monarch, and if you go straight there, especially at a lower level with when you're particularly underleveled and undergeared, it can get kind of rough. So, let's go to the Stellar Bay launch landing pad.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Okay, Parvati is staying. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Might take Vicar Max because I do believe we do have a quest for him that is on this planet. Oh, wrong button. And we have officially made it to Halcyon.
Ew.
What a view, ain't it?
It looks like Jupiter.
Kinda, yeah.
Hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
Well, that is my ship on the landing pad right next to you.
I knew it. See, I made what you call a logical deduction. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
It takes more than a few gunships to scare me.
Wish more folk could say that. Gets awful quiet guarding a landing pad that never gets used. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Me? I'm Alex Hawthorne.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
You're not what I expected to find on Monarch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about rapid bouncing cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Are you saying the board's been lying about this place?
Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rock place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
Ah, the nostalgic stench of home. Can't say I miss the day-to-day of living in Edgewater.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
Is Stellar Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-roaders who do make it out here are sublet. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
I'm gonna have a look around town.
Mr. Sandra will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor.
Yeah, that depends. What is it?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tosswell poster coming in on the next sublight ship, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Who's the Black Hole?
That's Bertie Holcomb, only one of the greatest Tosswell hackers ever.
I wonder if he's Kim. Dad had family that worked for Rizzo's. I never got to meet them.
Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something?
Actually, I've been in I've been in hibernation for decades.
You're real funny. Guess I don't feel so bad for missing what goes on in the rest of Stellar Bay.
Sure, I can ask about your poster.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
I can't wonder how long he's been practicing that spiel, but you know, I had to let him do it because, gosh darn it, he was so earnest about it.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood. So it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from mud. But I gotta get in there. Get right in that baby rap's stomach. Dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn wrapped out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
Who are you?
Name's Nyoka. I'm the best big game hunter on the planet.
Oh, no,
He's also the
okay.
loudest
Okay.
big game hunter
Hey.
on the planet. And the drunkest.
Shut the fuck. Fair point. I deserve it though, on account of being the best.
My dad always kept his firearms and liquors in different lockers. Said it wasn't safe to mix them.
Out here, if
Uh.
you're a little buzzed, you're liable to notice the stench of life. Grit in the air. The dust in every drink and the blood on every boot.
Lemne, are you always this drunk?
You think this is drunk? I gotta, you need to get out more. Sit, partake, buy me a drink and let's chat.
Oh, this might be a bad idea, but sure. Another round, bartender.
Outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
I'm told you can help me find an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head.
Sure. What do you need?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off from them on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
You mean caffeinoid? That stuff's just a stimulant.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Alright, I'll be back.
I'm going.
Heading back.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directory. Could I get another advance, Mr. Normandy?
Make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
Often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
I guess I'll wait till you're done with your meeting then.
And a sense of humor, too. Did you hear that, Celia?
I heard it, sir.
But I'm sure you didn't come here to trade witticisms. No, you're here for business.
Me? I'm trying my own path, going where the wind takes me.
What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Alcyon. Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only I take it this means you aren't here for some too
I'm sorely tempted to go with that one.
Let's see.
If I have to eat one more weird science project passed off as food in this sprat-fuck colony, I'm going to stab someone!
Yes, that's it. Channel your anger. I only wish I could do the same.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
If you're free of the other corporations, why would you want to bring them back?
Surviving alone isn't as easy as it looks. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. We've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
And you're tired of scrounging and scraping by, is that it?
Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly parable.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
Mr. Vicar, I don't want to be rude, but I don't think that means anything.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
So, what do you mean to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, my dear.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
Yeah, this lady knows what's going on.
It's true. Our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
How long did it take you to figure out that you need to defend your city?
Not long, but the devil is always in the details. And the salient detail here is a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
This Bolt 52 sounds useful. What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Where do I find one?
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. These days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
And I guess I'll go get your Bolt 52.
Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
And before I go, I need to ask you about something.
What can I do for you?
I met Grim, the landing pad guard.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
He did a bang-up job.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
I also got a little bit of getting a little bit of feedback of me from your mic.
When?
Yeah, just a little bit ago.
Maybe that'll be better. I just adjusted my headset. Kind of weird. Sometimes it's like it, sometimes it's not.
I'm looking for an information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate.
How do I get to Devil's Peak?
You'd head south along the road and look for a mountain to the west. Not that I'd advise it. It's a terribly dangerous trek. But if you insist on going, I'd recommend taking a local guide. Nyoka would be a prime candidate.
If you can keep her sober.
I have questions about MSI in the good old days.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
How did MSI get kicked off the board in the first place?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
You're getting ahead of yourself again.
You see what I have to deal with?
For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. Back then, it was known as Terra 1.
Terra 1 and Terra 2. I see the board put their best people on that one.
Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results are mixed.
And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
But not MSI, right?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to.
And how did that work out?
Most regard Monarch as a lost cause. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
How forward-thinking of you.
It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope you treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Saljar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
Ms. Holcomb is our endlessly optimistic crew hand. It's good for the captain's morale.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
I mean, that's kind of clever, but I feel like you're too stupid to know what clever is.
Yeah. Although, God, give him credit where credit is due. Even if it's in a purely pragmatic and numbers-based thing, he understands the whole thing that, yeah, if your workers aren't happy, if they're not properly nourished, if they're overworked, they are less productive.
I mean, yeah, you get a better business if you treat your workers right.
Uh-huh. Oh, I could potentially go on a little tangent about that and try to complain about some more topical things, but that is a can of worms I would rather not open.
Yeah, I wouldn't if I were you, personally.
All I'll say is, if only more people could understand that basic concept.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. What a world we live in. Anywho, I take it your leadership didn't embrace your ideas.
No, he laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
I hope you gave them the finger.
In a manner of speaking, many of us stayed behind in an act of quiet but firm defiance. As the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
That's low, even for them.
I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
What's the hazard clause?
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
But wait, what happens to the folks stuck on the wrong side of dangerous?
I'm afraid the welfare of a few hundred people is too minor a figure into the board's risk assessments.
And they've invoked it on Monarch.
Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way.
Why exactly do you want back on the board?
Why would anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community. Being cut off means slow strangulation.
I mean, with how the board is running things, with the board or against the board, you're looking at a slow strangulation for the entire colony as it is. I guess the question is, do you want that slow strangulation barehanded or with somewhat softer gloves? Can't fault you for your practicality.
Indeed. We've got to consider realities, not ideals. If membership on the board can ease our hardships, provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
I mean, ideals are still a good thing to have. It's just that you just gotta do your best to work with the practical of what is, and try and work your way towards those ideals. Keep the ideals in view for where you ultimately want to end up, but at the same time still have a grounded approach to where you're at now and make reasonable steps to get from the here and now to that ideal as best you can.
Makes sense.
Good for you. Force them to the bargaining table.
I've discovered it's much easier to negotiate from a position of power. And I don't mean to leave MSI or its people at a disadvantage. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here. And who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
We'll talk about something else. I've got to go. Yep. Yep, for a corpo, that guy's actually probably one of the more tolerable ones that we've come across here in this colony.
Yeah, you don't get that type of stuff that often.
Oh, finally got a grip mod that I can put on this one, so extra weapon durability. Yes, please.
Well, well. The only new folk I ever see in town are sublight runners from Fallbrook. But you don't look like one of Catherine's. What can I get you? All sales are final, unless you threaten me. I'm kidding. Don't threaten me.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I'm looking for a shock melee mod so I can upgrade one of those Mark II impact hammers and give it to Parvati to give her a stronger weapon. Because right now she's got the a regular impact hammer. I mean, look, it's a big increase in both DPS, just raw damage. I mean, the higher level certainly helps with that. I just want to keep it having this shock so I can have a little something in the store with the party for dealing with auto mechanicals. I'll equip it anyway, just because she could use the extra damage. Assault rifle. Let me see here. Do I swap out the assault rifle for the vermin? Going from stagger to knockout, but more lower DPS, but more damage per hit. And what about Vicar Max? And you're not getting the heavy machine gun, so that should hold for a bit. I do have a shock mod for a gun, so I could give her the revolver and make that a shock weapon.
Oh?
That
Yeah, every time I hear like shock weapon, I keep thinking of the Borderlands thing, like shields or just like shock to paralyze.
I mean, yeah, this one has different things because plasma is basically the thing that's good for against flesh and blood. Shock is good against machines. And acid is good against armor, and N-rays reduces your raw damage, but it's effective against pretty much everything. And can trigger a damage over time thing. So for the longest time, I've been keeping with her starting gear, the impact hammer, which had a shock damage on the hammer, but now I've given her a regular Mark II version of the hammer. So you know what? Let's do that. This will still keep her with something for auto mechanicals. And now for the barrel. Could give her the firing noise so I can so it can still work with when I'm trying to be stealthy. So yeah, let's put a silencer on that thing. And if I tinker with that and level up a little bit, it'll help with getting the damage closer to what the assault rifle is. Tinker, tinker, tinker.
Tinker Talker.
And the DPS is already outpaced the assault rifle. Granted, the assault rifle is only at level 5, so leveling.
And what level is this?
Because the bourbon is at level 17. I guess the question is, do I want DPS or damage? Because with the vermin, it's big damage because it's the current damage at level 17 is 150 damage per shot, versus the assault rifle where at level 9 is 36 per shot.
I suppose it depends on what you're going for.
And it's additional 4 per level, so let's see, at level 40 it's 40 at level 10 it's 40 damage. So That would be 68 damage if I matched it to level 17. But that's also a lot of bits to get because the price the tinker keeps on going up. Because I do have another mag zap, so I could make the assault rifle a shock weapon as well. Yeah, let's do that. And I guess I just can't help myself sometimes when it comes to just to build crafting.
You like what you like.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't here to judge.
Mm-hmm.
At least not out loud.
Help! Someone's been killed! I think I'm getting sick.
Are you alright?
No! I just stepped in a dead man's blood. And I think one of the flies landed on my mouth. If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
I think you know where to go now. Cue the quote. Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
Oh, sorry. Just spoke weak, was all.
What a gruesome way to die.
I mean, I see blood, so there's blood on... Let's see... Depending on the way, this... Look at the way...
Interesting. Looks like there might be some gambling involved as the motivation for this mysterious murder.
Clearly it was a suicide, is what they would say. And yes, I know looking at the body, that's a lot of blood.
And a rucksack stuffed with a bunch of nondescript clothes.
And someone stole his wallet. Money. I saw you take the money.
In this game, I'm just a helpless klepto.
It's a finder's fee. You found it, so it's your fee. I mean, let's take a look at the... Oh, you're just gonna go from in here first. Sure, there's probably more clues. I like how you just walked into that person's house, grabbed their shit, and they're like, huh? Let's go back into that house real quick.
I mean, our best clue is that betting slip.
Well, I was still looking at the body to see if I could. So they're killed right here. There's a lot of blood on there, and let's see. It looks like it went all over the place, so there could have been a bit. There was probably a bit of a struggle.
Either that,
Like,
either that, or they slit his throat. He has really high blood pressure.
yeah, that too. But there's also spray in multiple locations, so unless it's all the same blood, he may have fought back. And I also say there's a fight because the chair's knocked over.
Whatever you do, don't get your father.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves.
Yeah, how's that?
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rap spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. And I was a fool for staying.
My engineer's looking to get a dustback casserole. Can you cook one of those?
That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town or with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain.
Yeah, I can cover 3,000 bits. Get started, chef.
You got it. I got all the ingredients. Should only take about an hour in the oven. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
A pleasure to help such a charming young lady.
Oh, gosh. My tongue's rumbling just smelling that casserole.
Oh, and I just noticed. Yeah, well, welcome to the stream, Thomas Jones.
Welcome.
As far as playing with viewers go, as it currently stands, not so much. Eh, it may not look it, but I still am kind of a kind of the shy type a bit, so I can get a little nervous when it comes to potentially bringing viewers into play. Plus, at this point, this isn't right. This here isn't exactly a game that I can have people come in to play with.
Is this even a multiplayer? I was gonna say, because these type of games aren't usually multiplayer.
Yeah, this game is not.
Since I was probably getting a snack when you got the robot character, I'm generally curious, what can you equip or do with the robot man?
Well, as far as equipping goes, you don't equip anything to the robot. It's got its own unique stuff, but the good news is it does appear to level up along with him, so you don't need to worry about getting him better gear.
Huh. So you can't change his playstyle, I assume, by switching types of gear like you probably can another.
Yep.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by any time you like. Hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember. What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
I've been asked to pick up a caffeinoid supplement.
And what a helpful young lady you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits. Who's your lucky friend, dearie?
I mean, using the lie would give me a nice little experience bonus. Because one of the things I've been doing is whenever I have a skill check to try and use that skill check because experience.
True.
Actually, the pills are for me.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stelbade residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
Oh, that's just awful.
Isn't it just? I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail?
You know what? Let's be coy. I don't know, Auntie. You'll have to pry that secret from my sweet little cheeks.
Aren't you a saucy thing? I may not be a fresh young thing anymore, but with age comes experience, dearie.
Experience? I guess you've worked here a long time.
You are too precious. How about you just tell me who that caffeinoid's for, dearie?
It's for Nyoka.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
Yeah, when can Nyoka get her next dose?
I'm afraid it'll be the better part of a month. Our dear Nyoka tends to exhaust her supply rather quickly. Believe me, There's nothing I'd love better than to help you, but there's not much I can do. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
Don't have enough persuade or intimidate. Where can I find this Dr. Williams?
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
The Flower of Enlightenment?
It's a philosophist symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
I guess I have to figure this out on my own.
Chin up, dearie.
Dumb Nyoka.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I can't hack. Even if I can hack the thing, I still can't do it. Hack the computer because I'm too dumb to know how to spell her name.
Yeah, I can see that. A dumb klepto.
Now, I could easily pick this lock. But I kind of want to go and see what happens when I find the doctor's body first.
Oh? I know you're still trying to figure out. Well, I assume the one guy was probably killed for gambling debts, I imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that that one guy got killed for gambling debts. Because it's pretty clear that it was looking like he was getting ready to flee the town.
Yep.
Got a little harbor here, too.
Nice.
Judging by the flow of water in there, that might be where they get their drinking water from.
Oh god, I just know his name of the quest.
Let's see, take a little peek where this leads us before we head back in to finish exploring the town before we go into the world proper. So a nice little back entrance. I mean, except before I was taken, I'm really interested to see what kind of creatures we'll end up finding as when we do get to the Outer Worlds too.
Good question.
Hey, Velma, I got your caffeine, please.
You're a lifesaver. Hope Abigail didn't give you a hard time.
Just the usual. Any word on Braxton?
Nothing. Don't know how much longer I can cover for him either. Give me those pills, will you?
Here you go. You know, you might consider a real night's sleep instead.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
What are you talking about, Catherine?
Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Thought you were another shakedown tough from Fallbrook. I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
You should probably see a doctor about that.
That's what Braxton is. He's our fish doctor. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
Hey, MT. Stream's going well so far. I've not managed to blow anything up or get anyone violently angry at me for being an idiot.
She has committed no crime. Well, she's committed crimes, but yeah, they're just small crimes. No one cares. We'll look the other way.
He'll come back eventually. You can't constrain a person's freedom.
I can't keep working double shifts either. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra jugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
What's this about your foreman?
Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials.
So the job's easy, but you're not doing it? Something smells here. I mean, everything smells in here, but something's fishy. Wait.
He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
I mean...
Why don't you just pay them
Because
more?
we're out of budget, alright? And in case you haven't noticed, MSI doesn't exactly have a lot of spare bits on hand.
Surely you can make them come back.
Not on Monarch. Some are throughout the old work mandates and penalties.
That's good, right?
Sure. Until your workers start making ridiculous demands.
I can talk to Caleb for you.
You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
I mean, when it comes to me, quote-unquote, slapping people around, it usually ends up with them dead. You said Braxton had been stealing drugs.
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's ships.
Why didn't you turn him in?
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the space destroyed stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get this all tuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
You know what? I feel a sense of concern with that phrase, mostly tumor-free.
Yeah. I'm curious. Well, yeah. Oh, it's just an outer world thing. I thought it was something actually.
Yeah, who's this Catherine you mentioned when I first came here?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
Talk to you later. Okay, let's look at these journals so I can actually try and identify some of this stuff. So, because I'm gonna get lost otherwise.
Right here. Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a woman who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts. Oh, good. Celia hasn't come by in a few days, so I haven't sold much.
Ma'am, please, I need your help. I can pay. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a Raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Calm down, take a deep breath, then tell me what happened.
Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. How can I keep him safe if he's run away? He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the Raptidons, Mantisaurs, and Marauders, the toxic sulfur pools and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen.
You know, Nay, I realize you probably don't plan on doing any floors, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking stuff up about Sam, and apparently, if you have the robophobia flaw, and you turn him on, you have the option to scream at him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I feel like punishing myself with an all flaw run. Well, technically speaking, if I want to go an all flaw run, I could specifically try and go and pick up every last flaw.
Can you be farsighted and nearsighted at the same time?
I don't know, but we could certainly try.
Because I'm just looking at this. You know what? I can see this being you. compulsive spender. Actually, wait, you're pretty good. Alcohol addiction.
Oh, son of a bitch.
It is one. Yep.
Why would Tucker run away?
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
Where would he have gone?
He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No! And now I just know my boys run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a
Oh, you can only have so many flaws in a run.
eaten his entrails for breakfast already.
Really? What's the limit?
What difficulty are you on?
Probably on normal at this point.
3.
3?
Yeah. 4 hard, 5 on supernova.
So they basically don't. So basically, as far as applause go, they don't let you just completely cripple yourself into oblivion.
Yeah. That would be interesting to be like, I'm both farsighted and nearsighted, and I'm partially blind. That would be interesting if you could stack those up, considering how just question mark.
Yeah. If I ever were to try and do, especially if I were to try and stream a flaw run, I probably would need to put some planning into it. Figure out, okay, since we now know for sure the flaws are limited, what flaws to try and shoot for, if any, and then how to build the character around them so we can still try and be as effective as possible.
I mean, John, you could go with permanently crippled or permanently maimed. My legs don't work no more, my arms don't work much better.
Yeah. What were you saying about the iconoclasts?
Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting, like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good. How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all, I say. But still they preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who'll listen. If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head.
Where's Amber Heights?
That old settlement, southwest of Stiller Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts, or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak. Or maybe Marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs and made him snort them. Oh, the things that could happen to my sweet baby.
Okay, she seems a little bit too, a little too hysterical at this point. She really needs to calm down, because letting your mind go buck wild, thinking about all these creative ways that her kid could potentially meet his doom out in the wilderness, not helping anyone. Did you say there was a reward involved with this request?
Well, I guess I can't ask you to leave the town walls for free. It is deathly dangerous out there. I got some bits saved up for a rainy day. I'll give you every last one if you just bring my Tucker back to me. I won't even be mad at him running off. You tell him I won't be mad.
I'll help you find your son.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouth. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Alright, time to start exploring Stellar Bay proper.
Hold on to your hats, children. This ride is about to get ugly.
You reckon the smell covered this way? Give me the woman.
Here they come.
And just proof positive that the Raptidons we faced back on Rosewater were definitely a bit of a different breed, considering that these ones were legit spitting acid. You know, this domicile has seen better days.
Indeed.
I do like the perk that gives you an extended range for things to highlight for when they're interactable. It makes it a lot easier to find stuff. Especially if if you're looking for like bodies, especially if like one of the bodies is disintegrated. Ooh, pick up a nice hat. That's a nice hat. Raptidons. Come on, buddy. Let me get behind ya. Crap. Crap. What? There we go. Smack. Map.
It's the map. It's the map. It's the map. It's the map. It's the map. I regret nothing.
But yes, I really do need the map because I have no sense of direction.
Well, I think you can tell I usually have no sense of direction from the games. Just from the Vermintide.
Yeah, though with Vermintide, it's more often that you're just running on ahead while we're all trying to play catch up.
I'm usually like, adventure! I'm like, wait, where the fuck is everybody? I'm on an adventure.
Yeah, though, truth be told, on my own, I've been playing a lot of Darktide lately.
Ooh.
Like I say, I've come to really enjoy the Arbites.
You just like your Robo-Doggo.
I mean, the dog puts in work. Whew.
Visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
I, for one, welcome a reprieve from our travels. That is, if you'll have us, kind sir.
That's the spirit. Now come in. Make yourselves comfortable.
Thanks, don't mind if I do.
Excellent. You've arrived at just the right time. My wife is putting the finishing touches on dinner. Please, make yourself at home until it's ready.
Hey, what are you doing in my room?
Sorry, I was just looking around.
Liar! You're trying to steal the last of my rocket candies, aren't you?
The what now?
Your rocket candies?
The ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on it. Like the other man used to
What other man?
I'm not telling you.
Calm down. I'm going now.
Well, now I want rocket candies.
It is unnatural, an affront to the grand plan.
Oh dear, oh dear.
What's this? You're tracking blood into the kitchen. Oh dear. You've been nosy, haven't you?
Yeah, it's one of my better qualities.
How very rude. Time to teach you some manners.
Well, that is one dead family of cannibals. Definitely not interested in what they had in mind for dinner.
Mm.
Okay, so let's check the map. 'Cause I am. Oh, this way.
Still alive.
Yeah, well, there's the dispenser and supply key. So yeah, so it looks like it was just a trip out to get the key, or just in case I didn't have enough to pick the lock. Okay, so that's where I have to go to get the thing, the next thing for Parvati. Need to cross the bridge for that one. Okay, so let's first walk, since it's still out here and nearby, let's get that Bolt 52 for Sanjay. Okay, a lot of Raptidons here. Ooh, level up off of that one. Okay, just got skill points to spend, so... Where to spend them? Where to spend them?
Yeah, I mean, not really sure the build yet, so...
Yeah. Biggest thing that's gonna be a sink for them is gonna be in the stealth for a lockpick and especially sneak. I could put it into hack, because as far as my plan was build for this for hacking, I was going to get hacking up to 80, so another 20 points into that will have that maxed out. Another 20 points into lockpick to max that out for the planned. And then everything else would be to get sneak to its actual max of 150. Let's sneak. More Raptidons. Actually, one bit around, I was able to sneak and not get everyone to notice me.
Best time for everything. I might get back, grab a snack, but if I suddenly drop or something, you know why, because I've told you the issue before.
Yeah, because your PC has a bit of a habit of going into sleep mode when you're not actively talking and interacting and stuff.
I'm hoping if I just have the screen on Discord when I leave, like open, I'll consider it active enough.
We'll know for sure, Van, if you're still logged in when you get back.
Indeed.
Or not so much logged in, but in the call.
Or if I suddenly drop as soon as I come back, it'll be like, oh right, you were gone.
In the meantime, I shall get to looting. Let's see, do I wipe these terminals? Because they are quite interesting indeed. Basically, reviews saying Sanjar has, let's see, padding his reports with numbers and statistics, not good with slogans, jingles, taglines, etc., etc. Presentations, dry and lacking in emotional appeal and funny references. And also says he has a tendency to complete his work rather than delegating it. I mean, As far as upper management goes, I've never been in the position, so I'm probably not the best person to talk about this. But yeah, basically saying that he's very detail-oriented and doesn't have a lot of vision. This... Based on my interactions with him, interpersonal communications. I suppose I can see that, especially considering how he immediately jumped to assume that I was there to be a customer rather than just a random person showing up there. Brevity. Yeah, he's definitely kind of long-winded. Delegation. I mean, at least with delegation, if it's reasonable that you can do the work yourself, and time allows, yeah. Though, I'd imagine when you get to, like, upper management, there's a lot more that's on your plate that needs to be managed, so delegation is a very important thing, because you're only one person, or you're only one person, you only have so much of yourself to give. And yeah, the one for that other person, Dora Erickson. Yeah, I mean, together they both make a dynamite pair, because she can give she seems to be pretty brief, concise, to the point. But as far as Sanjar going, with not having much vision, I mean, compared to the rest of the board, yeah, he's got the vision of just, people who are treated well, who are well nourished and happy, are more productive. I think for now I will not wipe this, because we could talk about that. Well, that's a loot here.
Hello? I hear boots out there. Wait, you have your
me, it's a talking door.
Hey, watch what you're calling a door, holehead.
Pretty sure that's an intercom, Captain. See? There's a button. It says intercom.
There's more than one of you? Oh, thank the Eternal. I'm Huxley. Huxley, you're lazy. I'm stuck. My friends and I were scavenging here, and a Mantiqueen showed up, then Raptidon with a Floyd blast mask. I ran in here, and now the door's locked. Little help?
You got locked in? How?
Easier than it sounds, alright? Next time you get chased by Raptidon, you let me know the rationality of your decisions.
Well, I need to get in that room.
Phew. Thanks, ladies. My buddy had a key, but I ain't heard him in a while. He locked me in here and took off. Probably got punched. So look for a dead guy, I guess. Or a rat. Maybe it's in a rat's belly. Throat.
I think I found it.
Oh, much obliged.
Phew. Thank you so much. It was getting all stucky in there, and I was getting a mite lightheaded, and I think maybe I was gonna die. Now I'm out here, and I'm headed back to Amber Heights.
You sure you're okay to travel?
Oh, sure, I'm a runner. I'm used to getting all dizzy, and hey, who's your identical, slightly blurry friend?
I'm not gonna push it. Good luck.
Thanks a lot, lady.
One Bolt 52 cartridge.
Good.
Welcome back. You managed to make it back without getting kicked.
Yay!
Yeah, we just got the Bolt 52 cartridge and saved someone who locked themselves else in the storage closet trying to run from the Raptidons.
You know, looking at a Raptidon, I don't blame them. I don't care what kind of weapons you give me. I'm with them.
I mean, yeah, considering, you know, they spit acid. Okay. I also found the terminal in there that had the stuff that the guy wanted white, but it was some interesting information. It really seemed to show that he was not recommended for promotion because he's too detail oriented, doesn't have enough creativity, not exactly that good at interpersonal communication. I opted to leave it and not not wipe it because, you know, while I could wipe it, it could be a good talking point, a point for him to focus on on things for necessary improvement, especially if he's going to be trying to get himself back on the board.
Fair. The stealthy kitty. That seems to be more of a pain for melee builds.
I mean,
At least that's but yeah.
I mean, for that one, that one guy did not want to turn around.
Hey, look, a distraction.
Crap. He had to turn around.
Don't mess with us.
That was a good thing we decided to go forward, because yeah, the sus one is incredibly late.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just keep your back to me, and again, biggest thing is just trying to make sure you don't get spotted.
It is always fun to see what stream delay is, because I just decided to open the stream up just to get some more viewers and all that and other type of stuff. And I'm just looking at this. Well, that's a bit of a delay.
Yeah, stream delay is certainly a thing. One of the reasons why we had to go to doing the Discord stream for when we're doing the visual novel type stuff.
Yeah.
The trick is not to breathe through your nose.
Assault Rifle Ultra. That could be just what I need to give to Parvati. Assault Rifle Ultra. So, and make it quiet. Let's make it quiet. Shock damage. And weapon range or weapon spread. I think spread probably because she's probably gonna be still close to me, and I'm doing the melee, so not gonna need to worry about range as much. And there's the max I can go for now. It's, yeah, as far as tinkering goes, which you can use to raise the level of your weapons, you can only tinker it to a maximum of 5 levels higher than your current level.
Yeah.
So, Parvati, let me give you a better gun. Much better. Significantly better. Let's put Victor Max. Nah, I'll give him one of the Inferno sides. He'll do a bit more damage than a telescoping staff.
You see me limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I will take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
I mean, he is a chef. I still love that you have him dressed like a chef.
A fine day of business, isn't it? Anyway, what can I do for you?
I found your review on a terminal in the arms building.
You weren't supposed to look. I asked you to delete it.
You could have told me what was on that terminal.
Yes, but then you would have known. This has been my albatross. A great shame.
So what does it say on it? That might have been when I was away, or...
My work, my youth, my left kidney, and for years, I was a joke to them.
Oh.
Basically saying that saying that he was not recommended for promotion because too detail oriented, not enough.
That's what. Yeah, I remember now.
Your left kidney.
Oh, one of the executives required a transplant. I thought volunteering to donate might improve my prospects.
Did it? Or, as much as I want to call him insane, I am morbidly curious.
Apparently not.
Thought so.
Yeah, I'm kind of the top one.
And that's what you get for giving so much of yourself over to a corporation.
Oh, perhaps they were right. After all, what have I built? Stellar Bay is barely keeping afloat.
Take it easy. You kept this city running against all odds.
I hadn't thought of it that way. But perhaps there's something to that. Thank you for that. Was there something else?
Yeah, they're kind of right that he's not that creative. I mean, kudos to him for seeing the whole, happy workers, well-nourished workers, safe workers make for more productive workers. But beyond that, yeah, not everyone is as obsessed with numbers and margins as you are, pal.
That is kind of like the happy workers, less stressed workers, that use bad workers. Kind of why I like my current manager or something, because she knows it better than me. I'm like, I'm gonna get you some help. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. For now, let's give him that Bolt 52 cartridge.
Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked.
Try to control yourself, sir.
You have any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have been toppled with less.
I don't think this will fit in any of my guns.
See, Celia? She gets it. I told you she would.
So you did, sir.
The world isn't changed with guns and speeches, much as Graham and his followers would like to think, but rather with meticulous documentation.
And the dissemination of the proper ideals and information to those in the highest echelon of society.
On the contrary, I would say good documentation is for everyone.
The pen really is mightier.
How charmingly quaint. But this is an electronic form. No ink need be wasted.
It's an expression, sir?
Well, it really shouldn't be. Electronic data is much easier to disseminate, but I digress. For our part,
no imagination.
Transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board.
Yes, finally the board will get their comeuppance.
Sort of. Really, we're just going to blackmail them into offering us a seat at the table.
But really, whatever gets you excited about the idea. It's definitely a firm middle finger.
I can get behind that.
That's what I like to hear. I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch, illegally and in secret.
Is it really illegal if the board's the one that makes the rules in the first place?
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board.
Sanjar, you sly dog.
You really think so? I admit I've been hatching this scheme for quite some time. I just needed someone capable to help me carry it out. If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are.
I know how to make people talk.
Oh, I imagine you do. But as much as I love your can-do attitude and dangerous gravitas, Catherine handles all of our shipments. So it would be best if you could leave her in one piece. Is that how you people put it?
Watch it with the you people.
Of course. I didn't mean to make assumptions. Once you, subtly work out where this corporate facility might be, bring back proof of its operation. Maybe some nice letterhead. Or someone working there. That would do it.
Infiltrate a secret corporate base and kidnap the staff. Sure, easy.
A foolproof plan if I ever heard one. I'll leave the execution to you.
You really want to use the term execution for someone whose main weapon right now is a scythe? Oh, you'll need to think you'll really choose your words more carefully, friend. Okay. Oh, I still need to talk to Sanjar about something. Oh, Cecilia.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
I can only hope that it's better than what they're pulling out of Edgewater, and then again, still, what even is salt tuna? But first things first, Grim asked me to check with you about his tossball poster.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Earlier I overheard you say you were having money trouble.
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any experience with that.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats
Must
us
hug
all right and
Parvati.
pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Must be expensive.
20 bottles worth adds up, that's for sure. You'd think Sebastian would give me a discount as much as I buy from him.
You should get your free bags at least.
Oh, I don't mind. I usually buy things one at a time. Gives me more chances to talk to him.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
He's sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Yeah, maybe I can talk to him for you.
Would you? I'd appreciate that so much. Maybe don't tell him I wanted you to ask. Just that you met this really nice lady named Celia, and she seemed... Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
Wait, I'm curious. What do you see in Sebastian?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Kind of like you, actually. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
You really want to be with someone you can't talk to?
You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny.
There are other fish in the sea, Celia.
Not in Stellar Bay. Everyone else who isn't taken either smells like salt tuna or they're my boss. Besides, a man with a good smile and a proportionate upper to lower body ratio isn't something to pass up.
That's all I need to know.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
I'll talk to you later. Huh.
You don't seem to love traveling with us much.
Why in the architect's name would you say that?
It's just that you're real grouchy. Kinda all the time.
I'm not grouchy, I'm just irritated by inane questions.
Yeah, see, when you say it like that, it makes me wonder.
You know what? With an attitude like that, Max, I am half tempted to go back to the ship and swap you out for someone else. Because you are indeed being quite the grouch. And I need to remember where the ship is because, again, no sense of direction. I am so turned around.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest Tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H. Mammoths.
Oh?
Yeah, they're all pretty great.
Aren't they just? When I get to worrying about the marauders outside, the raptidons chewing at the walls, I just turn my transceiver up to drown it all out. Most of the time it's static on account of the frequency being clogged up, but sometimes it's tossball. So, what can I do for you?
I found this bedding slip in a dead man's apartment. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
I'm listening.
Right. So the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on something, and he just couldn't let it go. Sometimes he'd drink purpleberry punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money.
I don't think there's a right person to owe money to.
Ain't that the truth? But Elijah and his buddies are mean, and they've been pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them.
Thanks for the tip.
Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
Well, my wandering at least let me find that much, so... Oh, there it is.
Those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for rat nest.
Then they also pay the estate.
Alright, let's get back up to the ship and swap out Vicar Max for someone who will be a little cheerier. Okay. No, let's take Sam out. Let's go on an adventure with our robot friend.
Yay, robot buddy.
And as you can see, his weapons do continue to level up to match my level, so in one sense, he is very useful, so you don't have to worry about spending bits to keep his weapons up to snuff. And don't have to do anything about his armor either, because it's permanently attached to his frame and can't be removed. What will the next perk be? Could take the one for the whole party takes reduced N-ray damage. I'll make my decision when that time comes. For now, back to it. Yeah, most of the stream so far has been centered around Stellar Bay. We still have yet to get to the rest of Monarch proper.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Gosh, this old girl's in a rough way. Even old Bess in Edgewater was in better shape than this.
Hey, you want to try running a cannery with obsolete machinery? You be my guest.
Sorry, ma'am. I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just your flanging apparatus isn't making a strong flange, so your sealer isn't sealing right, and...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Huh. I'll have to try that. Anyway, what do you folks need?
I'm here to ask about Grimm's poster.
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
Who's Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
So it's about the money.
Damn right it is.
You're just giving Grimm's poster away? Didn't he pay for it?
No. I paid Sublight for it. So it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster. It's not his until I take his money.
You still have the poster, right?
It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
Surely we can work something out.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering. Fine by me.
It's in her office, eh? So... why don't I go up there and see about getting a guy's poster for him? Because, you know, you agree to sell something to someone and then sell it to someone else because they made a higher bid. That's a scummy practice right there. But first, I've got some bad news about Braxton.
That he's got his hood on and I'm stuck covering his shift?
He was killed by cannibals out in the ruins.
That's... wow. I sure feel like an ass now.
You are an ass. You definitely sounded like one.
Ease up. I'm running on a chronic shortage of sleep here. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind?
Up in her office, eh? Well, now it looks up on the second floor, so that's probably where it is.
Hey, look, we got someone.
Ah. And only... let's see. How long have we been running for?
I'd say probably about 2 hours now. But my PC still hasn't loaded.
2.5 hours late.
My PC's not loading for whatever goddamn reason.
Had days like that.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's get this guy's poster.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in.
Here it is.
Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker, too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other moments.
New face, huh? You from Off-World?
Hmm. Yep, Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
What are you celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. And now we're striking.
What could be so bad it made you walk off the job?
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor, Velma, goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sandra promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch. We're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
Yeah, we need to talk about Velma.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
Any suggestions for how to put pressure on Velma to negotiate?
If I knew that, I'd have tried it. Talking reasonably got me nowhere. Maybe you'll fare better. The others wanted to blackmail her. We're above that. Besides, them are just rumors. We got no proof they're true.
What's this about blackmail now?
I would never endorse such an untoward tactic, you know, but, well, there's rumors that Velma's taking a cut of the profits. So far, it's just gossip, you know, but if there was any proof to be had, it'd be in the Saltuna warehouse, I reckon.
Considering that she was willing and definitely going to take a product that was already reserved for someone else and then sell it to a different person for just because they offered a higher price. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past Velma to try and skim a little off the top, taking a cut of the profits for herself. Okay, Elijah. Where are ya? You're over there. Oh. Nice to talk to you while I'm here.
You look like a woman who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts.
Let's talk about Celia.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
Yeah, would you consider going on a date with her?
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount,
Oh, no, that's not it at all. She's smitten with you. You smited her. Smoked? Smoot?
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make it
Good.
on
Chaco.
account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues.
It's no longer Chaco.
She doesn't want a discount. She's attracted to you.
No. A lot of people think I'm not too bright, but you're not fooling me. I know she can't get these goods anywhere else.
You think she needs the stuff she buys? She just wants an excuse to talk to you.
Come on, that's crazy. No one would do that.
I like Celia. I'll put a little towards her. Consider this a 950-bit advance against lost business.
I guess I could afford to take a risk.
Give her a chance. Give yourself a chance. Take her someplace nice.
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
That's the spirit, Sebastian. Be yourself. Between you and me, Captain, I'm not sure Miss Celia knows him too well, but we can hope, right? I want them to be happy.
Oh, you are such a bean, Parvati.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck are you? This...
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berna already pissed by those crates to market.
I know you murdered Isaac.
Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
You know what? Well then, I do not have enough intimidate to make it my business, so... Wrong answer!
Almost. 25 minutes till the computer up.
Grim Reaper, nay.
The fuck did I do to this?
Okay, let's put another 10 points into sneak. And next level we can work on the hack. Now for the perks. What perk to get this time around? Let me see. Could get a flat bonus to dialogue skills. My scythe is still, it's a quiet weapon, but it's, last I checked, I'm pretty sure it's not quiet enough to count as a quiet weapon for extra quiet weapon damage. Yes, let me see, noise range, 5 meters. An assassin has to have its noise range at 2.5 meters or less, so... While my scythe is relatively quiet, it is still not quiet for the assassin perk. That Lone Master would be a wasted perk because I have companions. Restore health per kill. We could go extra walk speed. That'll definitely help with getting close to sneak up on stuff.
Reminder, unit modifications performed by unauthorized technicians are not authorized by the parent company.
Oh, don't be such a stick in the mud. Doesn't it feel better to locomote without grit in your gears?
To gain authorization credentials, an engineer must be registered as the unit's designated caretaker. Do you wish to assign yourself this designation, engineer?
You asking me to be your minder? I suppose you can't be any more complicated than an autoloader. All right, I'll do it.
Updating registration. Updating. Updating. Ding. Holcomb Parvati is now responsible for the SAM unit's maintenance. Designated caretaker. There is a rock in this unit's tread. Removal of foreign debris requested.
Okay, that was cute.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
He said he'll go on a date with you.
Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, my name's Celia, I've secretly been waiting for this? Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on?
Look, you got your chance. Have fun, and don't overthink it.
Oh, I will. Now I've just got to figure out which jumpsuit I'm wearing and how I'm fixing my hair. Or maybe I should go with a casual look? Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
Yeah, we've all had bosses like that give you that back to look.
Thank you again for retrieving the bolt. It's every bit as complex as I'd heard, but I'm up to the challenge. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Isaac Rose is dead. I found the people who killed him.
But that's terrible. What happened?
I've taken care of it. The killers are dead.
But that means we won't be able to log their testimonies. If there's one thing I've been hoping to re-establish in Stellar Bay, it's proper documentation for legal matters.
Maybe I could have gotten their statements if they hadn't been ready to kill me.
Always a shame when tempers get the better of good sense. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
Okay, check the journal because lots of side quest stuff, so... Alright, now we gotta go and check Velma's to see if we can get some proof of her taking a cut of the profits, so we can maybe get her to be a little bit more inclined to negotiate. As long as I don't get turned around again. I have no sense of direction at all. Maybe I'll be able to find something on our computer to incriminate her now that I am looking for something specific. And there's the evidence. Found the evidence on her computer. She's been embezzling.
Ooh. Embezzling son.
So now we've got blackmail material. I
didn't even think you were smart enough to blackmail.
Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
We need to talk about Velma.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
I might need to talk to Velma to put the pressure on her rather than take it to them.
Hold on there, Sam. You got some schlitz on your chest.
Did your SAM unit get dirty on the job? Simply initiate Sam's self-cleaning mode. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Nuh-uh. You keep that nozzle to your own self.
Other side of that wall.
I'm sure someone's seen the same thing.
I like Sam. Okay, let's see if we can and talk some sense.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Let's talk about Caleb.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say.
They're hard workers, aren't they? Don't they deserve some compensation for that?
Hard workers? They turn dials and flip switches. The machines do all the actual work.
I'll wager she don't pay those folks that maintain the mechanicals decent either.
Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else around here, I'll tell you that much.
Why can't you give him his pay increase?
I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
I saw your accounts. You've been skimming money for years. You can afford to pay more.
Yeah, and did you miss the part where I'm working doubles to cover for everyone who decides not to show? I'm the one who keeps this place running. That money's mine, one way or another.
And what do you think Sanjar will say to that?
Fine. Tell Caleb he and his team can have their raise, but I need them back here immediately. Something else on your mind?
That kind of attitude of hers is really starting to grate on me a bit.
I don't blame you.
I mean, the urge to just drop out of the conversation and scythe to the face was building there for a bit.
Why don't you grab a chair? Sure thing.
Velma was embezzling from MSI. She's agreed to up your wages in exchange for my silence.
Well, I'll be a Raptidon's dinner. Reckon I ought to listen to gossip more often. Here, take this as compensation. It ain't a lot, but I hope it shows how much we appreciate all you've done. Now me and my friends here better get back to work before Velma blows a fuse.
Very nice, very nice. Now, next. Alright, let's get Nyoka her pills.
You won't find a more highly effective nor highly efficient automechanical fine-tuned to neutralize noxious contaminants on Halcyon's market. SAM units are reliably certified at killing filth dead.
Gotta be putting this universe to do more than kill. Gotta.
Good news? Bad news? All of the above?
I've got your magic pills. These things are dangerous, you know.
More or less dangerous than a steady supply of alcohol. Give it here. Ooh, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go.
Glad to have you.
Great. Where to?
Let's find the information broker.
Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun. If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
I've got a ship at the docking bay if you want to wait there.
I hope you like being part of our crew, Nyoka. We're real excited to have you.
A ship? Now look at you. I'll find a spot there to call my own for now. Find me when you're ready.
Yeah, I'll go pull her into the party when I'm ready to go and complete the main quest and level up! Okie dokie, okie dokie. So, let me see. Let's look for that hysterical old lady's little boy over at Amber Heights.
While SAM units are mass-produced for economical purposes, the overall quantity is limited compared to other automechanical product lines. Because we understand our clientele is exclusive and discerning.
I guess you probably never met him, huh? Well, that's okay. You got us. We'll be your dad now.
Oh, you're just so darn sweet, Parvati.
Rising. Concentrated amount of scum present ahead.
Okay, I'm going.
Marauder goon. I guess since we took care of the raps that were here, of course some other fun would end up. A hunting rifle ultra. Very nice. Now then, bearings. Up. check the map. So, I suppose let's follow the road. See what we come across along the way. Up. More marauders. I need to put Sam in my party more often. He's awesome.
Invasive contaminants detected.
We got a lot of hostiles here. Pack of cannons by the look of them. Yeah, good job, everyone. Nice and clean. Well, as clean as shooting them with electrified bullets and Sam spraying them down with acid can be. I've gotten so used to the jump button being the top face button in these kinds of games that I sometimes still end up hitting it and keep on forgetting that this game always has the more traditional bottom face button being the jump button.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the Iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please, take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and the Iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting we're out of pamphlets. Gosh, blast it.
It's probably a good thing I sent Vicar Max back, because knowing how he is, oh, he'd be so much fun in this area. Remember, Vicar Max is the whole thing is a whole thing, and he's got very strong opinions on philosophism. So that now we're in a base camp of a bunch of philosophists. Oh, I can imagine he'd be all sunshine and rainbows. Not. Who are the Iconoclasts?
Why, we're the only free people in Halcyon. No corporations, no shackles, no problems.
No problems? What about Raptidons or Marauders?
Oh, those are just hurdles. We deal with them as they come. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep.
One big happy family, huh?
That's a nice way to think about it. Graham would be our father. I suppose Zora might make a good mother if the two of them could stop arguing. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. We all ought to be more like them.
Tell me about Graham.
Why, he's our founder. Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, we came to the eternal truth. I'm glad you're asking, by the way. I hope you'll consider staying.
Tell me about Zora.
She's been with us since the beginning. I think she was our sawbones back then, but now she's more like our commander. She goes and finds people in the wilderness and gets them to come here. And she keeps us from being chewed on and whatnot. She's liable to take your head off if you screw up, but then she'll sew it back on for you.
Where can I find them?
Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually she's in the triage clinic next door.
Why are you here, not in Stellar Bay?
Oh, Graham settled here a long time ago. Shoot, I wish I had a pamphlet to give you. It's all in there. I wasn't around back then, but they say a lot of the old MSI corporate folks died here. He calls it a spiritual metaphor, something about rising from the ashes.
Got it. Hey, before I go, I'm looking for a Tucker. Have you seen him?
The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly. Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
Yeah, because at this point we're starting to get close to the cutoff point. So maybe taking care of and finding Tucker might be a good way to wrap things up before we start dealing with the Iconoclasts proper.
Looks like I'm not the only new face around here. What do I call you, stranger?
I'm Captain Hawthorne.
You here to join the Iconoclasts? Help us free this world?
Tucker, you're Agnes's little boy from Stellar Bay.
I am not a little boy. Haven't been one for decades, no matter what my mama wishes. I take it she's still looking for me? I hope she'd accept my decision.
She made it seem like you were in danger. Asked me to rescue you.
According to her, stepping foot outside of the house in broad daylight is too dangerous. My entire life, she crammed a fear of danger down my throat. Don't go play with friends. Mantisaurs will tear your arms off. Don't leave the city. Raptidons will spit acid on your face. Marauders can violate you. You'd fall in a sulfur pool. I stuck around way too long, ruled by her fears. I'm 42 years old, but she still sees me as a little boy in need of her protection. I won't stand for it, I tell you.
Oh, I don't want to threaten him with beating her, cause that sounds like his mother's just way too overbearing. I mean, reacting like that to your kid when they're 42 years old.
That honestly sounds like helicopter parent to the extreme.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, you weren't here when I first interacted with her, Scorpio. You didn't. You'll probably see it when if you go and watch the VOD afterwards. Just how hysteric she was. And I don't have enough persuade to get her to go and confront her, so... Yeah, it's dangerous outside, but he's in a walled place himself, and he's 42! There comes a point where you have to let the chick leave the nest, lady! So, what do you want to do about it? She'll keep sending people to look for you.
Stars, I don't know. My mama's a stubborn woman. She won't quit until I'm dead. You know, that might just work. You go back and tell her you found my body beside the road, all mangled and tore up. If she believes me dead, she won't look for me no more.
You want to fake your own death to avoid talking to your mother.
I know it sounds extreme, but I can't go back. I just can't. This is the only way I can think of to be free.
You're okay with her thinking you've died? Don't you think that'll hurt her?
I hate to think of her grieving, but it'll be good for her to move on. In the long run, you know?
Yeah, that's until she gets the rope.
This is one that the one that every time I go to this one, I'm never sure what to do, because especially if I don't have enough persuade to get him to go back and face her, because on the one hand, yes, she is way too overbearing. She is just... She seems just completely incapable of seeing that her son is not a little child anymore. Like, the way she was talking and was acting is, she was solid, making her think we were looking like a small child, but not a 42-year-old man. A small child going out into the wilderness on this planet with mantisaurs and raptidons. Yeah, I can understand her being hysteric about that, because a little child is it's a little child, and that is in many ways too dangerous a thing for a little child to get into. But he's 42. He is a man grown well at this point. I fully understand why he wanted to leave, because, yeah, that his mother was suffocating to the extreme. And yeah, she seems like the one that, if she had her way, he'd effectively be living and what would be the equivalent to a padded cell where it can be nice and safe. No contact with the outside world, no chance for friends, no chance for relationships. No chance to actually live his life. And, for better or for worse, make whatever mistakes he might make. But if we do this, it is going to break the poor woman's heart. Oh.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah. Fuck, this is one of those decisions I hate because, again, it's ultimately a side quest. It's not going to have much of an effect on the overall story things, but it's still one that makes me feel like, ah. And yeah, if we do this, we're gonna need some kind of proof that it was his body. Because if I show up saying the boy's dead, I don't have any proof, then she's probably not going to accept it and just going to keep on doing it, and eventually find someone else to come look for him, and then he'll be in this situation all over again. Both of these I'm going to feel like garbage afterwards, because if I refuse to do it and he's going to be forced to go back to his mother, I'm going to feel like garbage because I'm sending him back to that overbearing, and part of me wonders if she's alright mentally, if she just, again, if she still sees and acts like he's a little, small, teeny, tiny child, even though we've got a full-grown, 42-year-old man in front of us, is that just being an overprotective mother, or is she just have something in her head that is just cannot process that he is an adult now. He has a right to his own life, his own mistakes, and yeah, there is a chance he could have something go horribly wrong, but that's entirely his decision. The decision and the consequences are his, and well, he's aged out from the point where she can force him to do any of that stuff. And I don't want to send him back to that, but if I go through with the plan, well, going to break an old woman's heart. Gosh, dang it! It's a small choice, but it's one that I'm gonna feel like garbage either way. So, which kind of garbage do we want to go and end up feeling like?
And let's break the mother's heart.
Somehow, I had a feeling you'd pick that one.
Wow.
Fine then. In that case, it's on you.
Oh, right. I guess you could take my daddy's ring. I've worn it ever since he died. Mama would recognize it right away. You take this back to Stellar Bay. Tell my mama I died and you found that on my body. I know it'll be hard on her, but it's the only way.
and I've solved all those work orders while I was at it. Right, so let's head back to Stellar Bay to break an old woman's heart before we wrap things up for the evening. Give me the fast travel, not the quest marker. Cause yeah, we're right about at the cutoff point, so we can finish this last bit of Stellar Bay side questing content and see more of Monarch proper and start dealing with the Iconoclast proper next time. So, who's ready to go break an old woman's heart? Because I am certainly not.
Oh, you're back. Please tell me you found my baby boy. Where is he? Where's my little Tucker?
He's not a little baby boy. He is a full-grown man.
Well, actually, wait. You can tell her that I wanted to tell you he's dead. So, it might not be as bad.
You know what? First things first. I'm going to do a manual save. I have not done one this entire time. That way I can save scum if this ends up making me feel like even more like garbage.
Oh, you're back. Please tell me you found my baby boy. Where is he? Where's my little Tucker?
Tucker wanted me to tell you that he died.
What are you saying? That doesn't make any sense. Why would my little boy say that?
He's tired of you controlling his life. He never wants to see you again.
I do no such thing. I just want him safe with me. That's a mama's role, to care for her sweet baby.
He's 42 years old. He is not a baby anymore, lady.
You're not lying.
I mean, I know that you say you're always your mama's baby, but there's an extent.
Yeah, you're always your parents' little baby. You're always your parents' little kid. But you're not an actual little baby that needs to be protected. You told me to give you this ring as proof.
This was his daddy's ring. Tucker never takes it off, not even to bathe. And you're saying he gave this to you so I think he died? I need to think about this. I don't understand how it's all gone so wrong. Here's the reward I promised. Please, just leave me in peace.
Well, still kind of broke her heart, but not as bad as just telling him that he died.
And before you come back, and she hung herself.
I need a representation of you in the game right now to smack.
You can try.
I'm gonna go see if there's some more marauders over in the nearby town because
She does hang herself, doesn't she?
not that I know of, but at the same time, I do know of something of another thing where something like that happened.
Oh, glorious, glorious.
I need to smack something. I need to find something that I can smack. There we are! Come over here! Get over here, you little son of a bitch! Okay. I feel a little better now. Right. Yeah, I don't know why that last quest is getting to me so much. It's just, oh my god, lady. I get that yeah, he'll always be your baby, but he is 40 fucking 2 years old.
Yeah.
There is. He's always my baby, and you just treating him like he's a thing, like he's property, not like a full-grown man. Where did you go wrong? Where did you go wrong? How about smothering him for let's say, I don't know, like 30 years too long? Yeah, you're supposed to protect him, but at the same time, you're supposed to try and help prepare him for adulthood, because you can't protect him forever.
Yeah. Also, I like your drip. Just saying.
Thank you.
In the way you hold this sigh.
Oh, I don't know. That old woman is legit pissing me off for more so than I anticipated. And I've done this before. I've played through it several times, but yay. Well, on that chipper note, let's start to wrap things up for tonight. Our adventures on Stellar Bay have gone quite well, I think, for the most part. We managed to get a lot done just in Stellar Bay. We still have the rest of Monarch proper to go with, starting off with the first place we found, with dealing with the iconoclasts. Not to mention, we still need to find our way to Fallbrook so we can find that contact that Vicar Max needs, and find that other thing that Parvati needs to for that date with Junlei.
You know, I like to think that you're a dumbass boss, but you're the one who like ships like, all right, it's time for your date. Come on, let's see. I'm doing your makeup. You're a dumbass, but I bet you can do a damn good makeup.
I mean, Parvati is a sweet and innocent being, and anyone does anything to hurt her, oh, they will never find the body.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's going to be it for tonight. Ooh, definitely looking forward for the next time we come back here and see more of Monarch. So, thanks, nickname. Always a fun time. And you too, Scorpio. Even with the lateness.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks to everyone who came by to watch the stream. I hope y'all had a wonderful time, and until the next one, y'all take care now. Bye-bye.